Objection? Hearing none?
Mr. Chair, I further move that the PCC be directed
Alin dito?
to report before this August committee the reasons and the probabilities why this is happening. Kasi hindi po pwede, Mr. Chair, na meron tayong mga ahensya ng gobyerno, ginagawa na ng liderato ng Kongreso at ng Pangulo ang lahat-lahat, pero tila meron tayong mga ahensyang natutulog. Punong-puno po ang ICU dahil sa dami ng sakit ngayon, Mr. Chair. I move that the Philippine Competition Commission be directed to submit a report with regards to the issue of why rice prices at the retail market has not been reduced in contrast to the expectations of all the interventions done by government. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Other objections? Hearing none? Sasagot ka na, PCC. Mabilis
Mr. Chair, nagka-case build up na po kami, Mr. Chair. Narinig ko po kanina yung mga information na sinabit ng mga iba-ibang ahensya sa committee nito. Kung pwede po sana mabigyan din po kami ng information na
No,
yun para
we'll give you the entire offload.
Yes, Mr. Chair. Kasi po, bago po kami mag-inspect ng mga warehouse, meron po muna kaming kaso po sa isang ahensya at saka kuha po kami ng court permit. So, mas malaga po, Mr. Chair, may solid na information kami sa isang entity para po
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman.
Nandito si Beron.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I wonder what else ang kailangan ni PCC director na ebidensya, because in the last hearing it was established that the landed cost was reduced by at least 6 to 7 pesos. Kanina sinabi ni Commissioner Rubio that world prices are steady. And in fact, it's coming down. So assuming that the price of rice in the world market stays at USD $500 per metric ton, it is equated to 29 pesos at an exchange rate of 58 per US dollar. So, dati, ang landed cost ng mga importer is 39 to 40 pesos with 35% tariff rate. Ngayon, bumaba na. Very simple ang calculation. Just reduce it by 20%. Umabot na tayo sa 33 to 34 pesos, which means that the cost per kilo has gone down by 6 to 7 pesos. That is the revenue that is lost by government. Dapat itong 6 to 7 pesos, napupunta ito sa consumer. It's assuming that the fixed cost, meaning distribution, logistical, warehousing, remain constant. Dapat ang 6 to 7 pesos, napupunta po yun sa mga consumer natin. Kasi hindi na dapat pakialaman ng importer yun eh. Kasi hindi na nga sila na-charge ng gobyerno. So, ang nangyayari is, nawala na ng revenue ang gobyerno through BOC, binulsa pa ng mga importer ang 6 to 7 pesos. So, hindi na kailangan, Director of PCC, maghanap pa ng ebidensya. This is a clear proof that the importers are actually pocketing the 6 to 7 pesos that should have been transferred to the consumer. All right. So before you make your comment, gusto ko lang tanungin si Ms. Laksa of PSA, no? Based on the methodology that you employ in gathering data and your statistics, how accurate is your data? Kasi wala kang mini-mention ng margin of error. You know, you seem to convince us that what you present is very accurate. You have not considered, you know, the volume of rice imports that don't go through BOC in determining your self-sufficiency ratio. So, have you considered, Ms. Laksa, the other factors that would affect the self-sufficiency ratio? Kasi hindi kasama sa radar ng PSA ang mga smuggled goods which I will be asking Commissioner Rubio later on if they have some data to present.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. You are correct, Mr. Chairman. For the beginning stocks and for the rice stocks and palay production, these are coming from survey results. Thereby, we have a confidence interval for these estimates. Ibig sabihin po, yung pinapresent po namin ay point estimates, and there could be an upper limit and lower limit to this. We also compute the coefficient of variation, which means may certain level of reliability that we compute before we release it to the public. We could provide this in the committee, Mr. Chair, if needed.
Yes, so
However-
how accurate are the data presented to us, Ms. Laksa?
For the
What
palay,
is the range? What is the range? Your upper and your lower limit.
I will just have to get the data for the upper and lower limit, Mr. Chair. About our coefficient of variation, that means the reliability of the estimates is lower than 10%. That means it's good or reliable and acceptable po. As to the lower and upper limit, we will just get, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
kindly submit those information in the next hearing. So I move to Commissioner Rubio and ASCOM Maronilla. So what we actually quantify as losses in revenue by reducing tariff is only based, Commissioner, on what is legally imported, correct? So do you have any estimates as to the volume of rice that don't go through, the mainstream importation, that is still part of the supply to the Filipino consumers? Meron ba kayong estimate yung mga na-apprehend ninyo na mga smugglers, and what is the volume of this rice that don't go through the mainstream importation?
Yes, Mr. Chair. I can only give you data of our apprehended seized commodities, the value of seized commodities. And insofar as our regular ports, I assure the committee that we are doing our job in preventing the entry of illegal goods or smuggled rice to that effect. I can only say that our borders are porous, Your Honor. So I also collaborate and coordinate with other law enforcement agencies to help us guard our borders from entry of illegal goods, Your Honor.
Estimate lang, Commissioner, based on the apprehensions that were done by BOC. Anong volume na nahuhuli ninyo? Yeah, because we should consider this since na yung question natin dito, it was established earlier that there is actually oversupply of rice. And yet, despite the oversupply, prices are not coming down. So, oversupply is compounded also by smuggled goods. I don't take it against you because even America has the strictest border control in the world. And yet, smuggling continues in the US. So sa atin, naintindihan natin yan ang situation dito sa Pilipinas. Ang sinasabi ko lang is, we want to at least have an empirical data on the volume of smuggled rice because that should be considered, when you take things into consideration, the total supply that enters the Philippines. Because smuggled goods should affect actually the prices of rice. Di ba? Pag smuggled siya, wala ka namang mura na ngayong tariff, inismuggle mo pa, dapat bagsak ang presyo sa merkado, and yet we don't see that in the market. Yung yung data nyo lang, Combien. Sa inyo lang, kung ano yung mga volume ng nahuhuli ninyo, for 2024.
Yes, Mr. Chair. For the estates of our apprehended seizure on agricultural products is about 856 million. I'll just have to check the disaggregation, Your Honor. Can you give me time to
Yeah,
check
sure.
on the disaggregation?
You just have to quantify in terms of metric tons specifically for rice.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll check the disaggregation, Your Honor.
All right. Malaki yan, 856 million. That's the consolidated
that's
amount
total
of the
all
seizures made.
agricultural products.
All right.
Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, just a interjection on the questions raised by Chairman Biron. Just a short follow-up lang kasi following the thoughts that Chairman Biron raised, I'd like to ask the good commissioner.
Yung siko ni Briones, ginagawa.
Sige, with the indulgence of
Sige.
is that okay, Chairman? Tanong ko lang si Commissioner kasi 856 million as you stated earlier, yung amount of more or less smuggled goods, agri-products. The next question is, what did customs do with the smugglers? Were you able to identify? Were you able to file cases against them? Kasi they could be using consignees, and then when they're apprehended, they use another consignee, but these are the same people. So, Mr. Commissioner, sino ang pinakamalaking smuggler ng bigas dito sa Pilipinas?
Your Honor, all apprehended and seized cargoes undergo investigation and eventually after seizure proceedings we file cases through the DOJ. Your
Chairman.
Honor. I'll
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, can I be recognized?
Okay, Caps.
Tama nga pa ka mo supposedly mag-interject kay Chairman Barbers. Iba yung sa but just to follow up. Commissioner, please directly answer. Sino? May kaso ba? Sino?
Can you give me time, Your Honor, to check
What?
on
What
our case,
time?
Your Honor?
Why?
I'll just have to check my data, Your Honor.
Oh, okay. In a few
I don't
minutes, you
have
should
it with
answer
me,
the
Your
query of Chairman Barbers.
Okay, sana.
I have to make sure of my data, Your Honor. So
Kailan nga?
just
Bukas? Makalawa? Next week? Next
give me
hearing?
until tomorrow, Your Honor.
No, today. You check it in your record.
Okay, Your Honor.
Before this hearing ends. Naglulukuhan tayo dito, Mr. Chairman. Eh.
Okay, Your Honor.
You don't have the record now?
I don't have the record with me now.
Or you check with your records?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sige, ikaw muna, then talagang si Briones na.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and to the Honorable Nikki Briones. Mabilis lang ako. In line lang doon sa napag-usapan kanina based on the presentation of NEDA. Because parang it seems, I've read an article na yung DA gave a pronouncement na January pa mararamdaman yung pagbaba ng presyo. Can I get a clarification? Bakit kaya?
Neda?
DA, Mr. Chair.
DA.
May I request an answer from the answers?
Wala man si Arsis.
It was in the papers. I'm sure you're familiar. Yusek Chris.
Sino Christian?
Yes, Your Honor.
Sino yan? Babae sino?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
May I have the question again?
Yes, there was a pronouncement in the papers made public questioning na nga yung presyo. Bakit hindi nagta-translate yung tariff? So, but based on the presentation of NEDA, meron na talagang manipulation. But as far as DA is concerned, based on that article, parang there's a discord. You don't believe that there is some manipulation going on. So baka, can we get clarity on that statement of DA?
What we are doing now with the DA is we're introducing the Rice for All program.
Yes, I understand. But bakit January? What was your basis,
The
computation?
January is for the introduction of new varieties, Your Honor.
No, yung impact of the tariff, yung lowering of tariff. Kasi may pronouncement kayo eh.
We're expecting that because there are the entry of course, the imported rice, Your Honor. We're expecting that prices will definitely go down. Initially, we said it's October, and then now that we're
looking at the stocks, and now we're looking that it might come down by January next year.
So you are in the belief that there is no profiteering? Tama ba? Is that the understanding of the agency? Kasi January pa eh. So parang based on that explanation, the stocks right now are still based on stocks purchased probably by June or even earlier. Tama ba?
Your Honor, this is also a product of our conversations and discussions with importers and also with retailers. So they're saying, the importers are also saying that we might be expecting a lowering of price by next year, and also the retailers are saying that much of this would depend on how much they will be buying.
Yes, but isn't that confusing? Kasi may simulation din kasi kami dito eh. As far as our simulations are concerned, ito na yung no, with landed cost, all the charges, wholesale prices by August, 40 pesos, 5% broken. October, yung dumating 38 pesos. And then November, 37 na. Ito na yung simulation namin. So, ito dapat yung nagta-translate, di ba? Or if I'm guessing, dapat yung August price, ito na yung nare-realize natin at the latest, di ba? But not June price. Sige, Yusek Chris.
Mr. Chair, if I may, I think the one you're referring to is a September 24 issue, where our secretary mentioned about he expect a rice price drop by December or January. But it is the assumption na talagang magkakaroon ng trickle down of the magkakaroon effect yung lower. September po
So
yung,
what is your belief now? Naniniwala ba kayo na mayroong manipulation sa presyo ang kagawaran?
there's an imperfect market. There's a cartel-like
Yes, your opinion.
environment. Pero
Your opinion of DA. Meron? May manipulation sa merkado?
there's a situation environment that can, yes sir. Pero we
Okay.
cannot say na kasi hindi naman kami directly involved on that. Nandito
Yes.
ang DCC.
Sige. But
But-
again, Yusek Chris, the last hearing na-establish natin, you are buying 42 pesos. You're selling at
Selling
42.
42, yes.
So kaya nga, di ba? So that's my point. So you are in the belief na mura dapat binibenta. Kasi walang subsidy yun eh. Tama?
Yes sir.
Okay. So anyway, because of course kanina pa naghihintay yung kaibigan ko. Anyway, pagbigyan ko na lang muna. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Congressman Briones is hereby recognized. Please don't,
you, Mr. Chair.
on the condition you don't talk about eggs and pigs.
No. Hindi. Mr. Chair, ang gusto ko lang tanungin ang NEDA. Kasi malinaw na yung DA, inamin na last meeting na sinasabi nila na nakinabang importer. Sinabi ito ni Yusek Asis Perez. So, ang NEDA, ano ba ang purpose? Bakit ninyo pina-approve kay Presidente yung EU62? Anong ini-expect ninyo sa presyo ng bigas?
Mr. Chair, yun pong objective ng pag-implement po ng EO62 was to curb inflation. Kasi po, yung food inflation, siya po yung pinakamalaking contributor po. So sa parte po ng mga consumers, mataas po yung presyo. So yun po sana yung ine-expect natin with lower tariff, landed cost ay dapat mababa, which yun naman po yung lumabas sa ating mga datos. Magta-translate po sana siya sa lower tariff, lower retail. Pero sa mga datos pong nakolekta, hindi po ganun ang nangyari.
So, malinaw na in spite na mababa ang tariff at landed cost, pati yung farm gate price ng ating farmers, hindi bumaba ang presyo. Last meeting, sinabi ng DA na importers lang ang nakinabang dito sa nangyayari. Sa tingin nyo ba, nakikinabang ang importers dito?
Mr. Chair, I cannot categorically address that question kasi may ibang ahensya po ng gobyerno na mas may mandato tungkol dyan.
Kasi dahil sa inyong EU62 na yan tinututulan namin dati, pinilit nyo ibaba ang tariff from 35 to 15%. Na ang aming ine-expect nga dyan, hindi rin naman bababa ang presyo at maapektuhan yung ating farmers, which is yun ang nangyari. Pero kita na ninyo na hindi bumaba yung presyo ng bigas. Pero anong ginawa ninyo bilang kayo ay yung nag-spearhead nung EU62? Nang makita nyo na hindi bumababa ang presyo sa merkado. Anong ginawa ng NEDA?
Base po doon sa provision po ng EO62, nag-report po ang NEDA sa Office of the President nung rice situation at binigyan din po namin ng kopya ang Tariff Commission. Ang objective po nito ay tingnan nila kung ano po yung gagawin sa tariff. Kasi wala po sa mandato ng NEDA yung pagbaba ng tariff. Yan po ay magdadaan dapat sa tamang proseso. Pagbaba or pag-akyat ng taripa. Or pag-maintain po ng taripa.
Hindi, yun yung review. Pwede nyo
Opo.
ibaba o itaas. Pero yung hindi nyo na-achieve yung inyong purpose, kung bakit nag-recommend kayo na Executive Order 62, wala kayong ginawa para malaman kung saan napupunta yung 7 pesos na ibinaba sa landed cost, yung binaba ng tariff, tsaka yung binaba ng farm gate price ng ating mga palay farmers?
Kaya po minungkahi namin po kanina na maari po sigurong mag-delve deeper yung PCC kung ano po yung rason kung bakit hindi po nag-translate yung lower landed cost at doon sa lower retail price sana na ine-expect natin. Pero kung balikan ko po yung presentation ko kanina.
Hindi. Yung presentation nyo, sabi nga, ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, Mr. Chair, sa presentation nyo, parang ginajustify ninyo na kung bakit hindi bumaba yung presyo ng bigas sa merkado. Pero yun ang ine-expect ng tao dahil dapat yun ang mangyari. Ngayon, kaya yung DA sinabi na posible na importers. Kayo, ayaw niyong aminin. Kasi kung hindi niyo aaminin, walang mangyayari sa atin dito. Dahil pilit na mag-justify nyo, hindi na nga nangyari yung ine-expect nyo. So, dapat, ang ating tutukan, itong mga importers na posibleng totoong siya ang nakikinabang dito. Ngayon, Mr. Chair, meron tayong, kung ang nakikinabang ay ang mga importers, hindi ito mangyayari kung hindi dalawa o higit pa ang nagsasabuatan. Dahil base sa datos na inireport mo, Ma'am Yeba, Director Yeba, 3.2 million metric tons ang stocks natin. Tumaas. Naging 83 days from 60 days. So, ibig sabihin, napakarami nating bigas. Nasaan yung mga bigas na yan? Tinatago ba yan? Inalam nyo ba? Alam nyo na ganun karami ang bigas. Inalim nyo ba kung nasaan yung bigas na yan? Nagkaroon ba man lang kayo ng move na tingnan o paimbestigahan? Considering na kayo failure yung inyong executive order na pinapurma kay Presidente, napahiya ang Presidente niya. Siya, lahat nagsasabi, bababa ang presyo with your recommendation. Pero walang nangyari. So, naniniwala ako, Mr. Chair, na merong sabuatan. Kung makikita dito sa top 10 importers, Mr. Chair, ang number 5 importers ay ang RBS, Universal Grains Traders Corporation. Ang number 9 is Soda Trade Corporation. Pag tinignan natin kung sino ang mga may-ari ng dalawang importer na ito, yung RBS, 153,000 metric tons. Yung Soda Trade Corporation, 119,000 metric tons. Total, 273,000 metric tons. Ibig sabihin, halos sila na yung number 1 importer. Pero, pag tiningnan mo, Mr. Chair, ang mga may-ari, yung Presidente Rosalind Simukawa, 60% owner. Ito ba'y Pilipino o Haponesa? Dito sa Soda Trade, Rosalind Simukawa, 25% ang ownership. At ang mga may-ari, Corazon Barnuevo, Vice President. Rosalie Barbuevo, Corporate Secretary. Bernard Ormon Barnuevo, 1%. Rayo Simukawa, 40%. Orville Corazon Barnuevo dito sa Soda Trade, 25%. Orville Barnuevo, 17%. Rosalie Barnuevo. Madalit sabi, Mr. Chair, dalawang malalaking importer, kasama sa top 10, at talo sila na naging number 1 importer, iisa may-ari. Ibig sabihin, dito pa lang, malinaw na merong pwedeng mangyaring sabuatan. Siyempre, gusto nilang kumita, kaya ang mga bigas natin, nasa bodega. Hindi nilalabas, kaya hindi bumababa yung presyo. Sasabihin nila sa farmers, hindi namin mabibilihan yung palay kung hindi nyo ibababa kasi ang dami pa namin, hindi naman nila kaya, sa totoo lang, hindi nila kailangan ng bigas. So, naapektuhan yung farmers, walang nangyari sa consumer kasi may sabuatan. May kartel na nangyayari. At para sabihin, Mr. Chair, ang kartel, dalawa o higit pa na nagsasabuatan ay at the expense of the consumer and farmers para mamanipula yung presyo at supply ay yan ang kartel. Ayon sa Anti-Agricultural Economic Sabotage Act natin, Republic Act 12022. So, ang dapat natin tutukan dito, Mr. Chair, sino-sino itong nagkakartel ng bigas? Dahil ito ang nananabutahe sa gusto ng government at sa mga ating mga partners. So, Mr. Chair,
Yes.
sinasuggest ko lang na sana yung ating batas na ito na effectivity October 17, nasa batas na within 60 days. Dapat ay magkaroon ng yung enforcement group natin ay mabigyan ng ika nga ay magkaroon ng mga duties and na pwede na maumpisahan nila na maimbestigahan itong kartel na nangyayari. Malinaw. Kasi paikutin natin, alamin natin kung bakit nangyayari. Malinaw naman na merong nakikinabang. At sinabi na nga ng DA, ayaw niyong aminin na importer. So madalit sabi, kailangan matumbok natin itong nagkakartel ng bigas. Yung hoarding at profiteering, mabagsak ito doon sa dating batas na wala namang ika nga lakas para hulihin talaga. So, kailangan muna magkaroon ng abnormal situation. At dapat Mr. Chair, ang National Council makonvene and then magkaroon ng enforcement group, maimbestigahan kaagad ito at nang mahuli natin ang mga nagkakartel. And then eventually, malaman natin din yung hoarding and profiteering, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Now,
Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman,
andito na kasi yung mga,
Ano yung data mo?
Mr. Chairman,
yes.
yeah. I just want to interject along the line of Congressman Briones. May binanggit po siyang mga pangalan na di umano ay top 10 rice importers ng ating bansa. Has the committee invited them?
They're all here.
They're all here. Nandito po sila.
Yes. If you allow me, one by one.
Can we ask them to rise, Mr. Chair?
Okay, may I ask Attorney Elias of saying, Miss Ginny Tan of BLY Agri Venture. They're here. Miss Irene Casino.
Mr. Chairman, maybe the COMSEC can guide me because
Yes, I think we are now in that particular level wherein we can ask them kanino sila nagbenta o sinong bumili sa kanila
oo.
at sa magkano presyo.
kasi kung pinangalanan na rin naman sila, Mr. Chairman, at nandito na, di magandang malaman na natin mula mismo sa kanila kung ano ang nangyari dun sa bigas na ipinasok po nila. Matanong ko lang, Mr. Chair, if I may, while we're waiting, ito ba lahat binibigyan ng permit ng BPI? Lahat ba ito dumadaan sa'yo?
Mr. Chairman, thank you, sir, for the question. Yes po, registered.
Hindi mo ba napansin na yung mga nabanggit na kumpanya ni Congressman Brion, base sa mga listahan ng pagmamayari, iisa lang yung dalawang top rice importers natin?
Sir, since nagre-register naman sila at wala naman po silang...
No. My question is simple. He mentioned two companies and he enumerated the officers of those two companies. BPI, did you not check whether or not these two companies were actually owned by one individual? Yes
Sir,
or no?
Hindi po natin napacheck.
Bakit hindi nyo chinek?
Sir, ngayon po, nire-review na naman.
Hindi mo pwedeng ngayon i-review yan. Tapos na nangyari, ngayon yung gagawin yung trabaho ninyo. Dapat, doon nag-a-apply pa lang sila, chinek nyo na kaagad. Malay nyo ba, baka mamaya yung top 5 na yan, tatlo lang pala mayari. Yung top 10, di ba? Tapos sasabihin nyo sa amin, ngayon nyo lang gagawin yung trabaho. Hindi pwede yun.
Mr. Chairman, may I? Since corporations po ito, sir, we are checking po kung sino nga po yung mga may-ari. And we asked...
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, can we just request that these importers present themselves to the committee? Then if I may, Mr. Chair, I'll just reserve my questions later.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Mr. Chair.
nandito ba itong may-ari ng RBS saka Soda Trade Corporation, Mr. Chair?
Yes, si Ma'am Rosalyn Shimukawa. Ma'am, you're recognized. May gustong itanong sa inyo si Congressman Briones. They're all here. Miss Ginny Tan, Irene Casino, Irene Chu, Jade Say,
Mr.
Marty
Chair.
Doctolero, Thelma Martinez, Mr. Carl Benz Pandarawon, Attorney John Patrick Ramirez, Miss Nina Balboa, and Miss Malu Miraflor.
Mr. Chair, have they taken...
So, I don't know how,
Mr. Chair.
ministerially, I don't know how to, this administrative nightmare.
Yeah. But, Mr. Chair?
Where will I put them?
Okay.
With the
We're out of
permission, Mr. Chair, I'm sure we can make some space siguro from, I think there's some agencies with numerous
So may I ask PCC,
attendees.
PSA, and sino yung nasa gitna nyo? Can you sit at the back?
It's PNP
And
and AMLAC.
AMLAC.
No, baka pwedeng, SEC pwedeng babasan.
Can we reserve
Chair.
that 5 seats? 5 each. First, may we call immediately Miss Ginita and Miss Irene Casino, Miss Irene Chu, and Miss Attorney Jed Sape,
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
and Mr.